All right, welcome back to our live coverage of Super Bowl 52 pregame. We're in the middle of hour number 6. We have reached the part of our pregame show where we are showing you parked buses getting ready to... We don't know what they're going to put people on it.
Probably they're going to put them in drive and go forward.
Right now, we have learned that the buses may soon... That's Carson Wentz getting on a bus. He's not playing today. But they may soon... Well, we have to assume they've started their engines to keep things warm. Someone else is getting on that bus. Who else is getting on that bus? Someone's running to the...
To be here, seeing my home city, host a Super Bowl.
Right.
It's great. I mean, I wish the weather was been a little bit more cooperative.
Right. So, what memories come back for you when you walk around this town?
The building is obviously different.
Sure.
Going up, working and playing in the Metrodome. But I remember my first Super Bowl in '92, watching the Redskins and Bills play. That was the first game my dad let me come to, and so it's come full circle.
Well, I tell you what, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I know it wasn't here, but let's go back. I mean, I'm smiling for a lot of different reasons, but a lot of great memories in that game. Just tell me your recollection. What jumps out about that game? For you, what do you think back to? Just tell me about that last catch and touchdown, and when you saw it open up, what were you thinking?
Well, Kurt, you always harped on fundamentals and using great technique, and I was able to use that good technique on that release. When you get two-man,
they scored a touchdown like that. Put you guys up against the vaunted Steelers.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a high five? I was coming in the direction.
I just thought it would have been a little bit unprofessional. I'll never forget that.
Speaking of that, this scoring and everything, you had one of the greatest runs, if not the greatest run, by a wide receiver going through that playoffs. But there are a lot of guys that play on Philadelphia Eagles football team that have never had this moment where they're running out on a football field right before a Super Bowl. What advice will you give those guys about playing in their first Super Bowl?
Well, I was that same guy in 2009. I had no idea what it was. We leaned on our veteran leadership and Kurt and Edgerrin James and guys who had participated and played deep in the playoffs. I had no experience. So, I think the youthful exuberance that you have, it kind of helped me, to be honest with you. I didn't understand the magnitude, how big the game was, and all the pageantry that comes with it. So I was just thinking, man, this is the game I always dreamed about playing. This is my stage. This is time for me. This is my opportunity. That's all I was thinking. Coordinator. So, I'm excited about what the future holds in Arizona. Coach does a good job, and everywhere he's gone, he's been a wonderful asset.
So Larry Fitzgerald is here with us as we're inside this stadium. Moments ago, I think we have footage of Tom Brady approaching a bus. Is that a true story? Do we actually have that? Somebody just told me in my ear we have Tom Brady. Is that a door?
Yeah.
Was he carrying a suitcase?
Hold on a minute. Let's see. Here it comes.
There is Tom Brady.
There he is. He's at. Was that it?
He did not have a glove on his hand.
Come on.
Which hand was his bag in?
Come on.
I thought we were.
Well, did you see he gestured with
was
the
that his
hand?
Okay. All right.
Come on.
All right, we're still here with Larry. What I really want to know is, why didn't you tackle James Harrison? Well, come on, hold on a second. Help a brother out. I got to see that.
Before we
don't embarrass the guy.
Hold on a second.
I would never assume a Hall of Fame quarterback would throw an interception in that situation.
Yeah,
we would show he fit right in.
Who does that,
perfectly
Mike?
right
Who does
in.
Yeah, he's still playing. He'll be playing tonight. That's James Harrison, okay? All right, here we go. Thank you, Rich. All right, well, Kurt, what is that? Yes, you threw it to the other team right there, okay. All right, you going to show this? There it is. All right, you didn't even throw it to Larry. Why don't you throw it to Larry?
We had 18 seconds.
How about this one right now?
18 seconds and 100 yards.
Look at Kurt flat on his face right there. He didn't do anything to help us, Mike. Look at that, Mike.
I slowed him down for you. I made him come back
Obviously, you didn't do any
inside.
tackle drills because you face planted yourself. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, how about this way? Larry.
Look, it's Larry right there. Take him down.
Hey, listen. Hey, Mike. When I hit him finally, I felt like I was hitting a refrigerator, man. It didn't move.
When did you hit him?
Do you know how much grief I could avoid if you would have just taken him down?
There's when you hit him a little late. That's
a little late.
At the goal line, Larry.
Man.
I thought you were faster than him.
All right. On the left is a bus, and on the right is a bus. And on the right is another bus. And on the left There's one bus.
You know, during regular season games, you have first bus and a second bus, right? Are you guys first or second busers?
I'm a second bus guy.
There you go. There's a second. That's a Larry's
Looks like
bus.
we're going all together here.
All right. We have nothing to say except there's buses moving and there's players coming here. This is just not right. This one in particular is just not
Kurt,
right.
I'm not kidding.
There's Kurt.
Did you
All
change
right, let's
that?
change the subject. Let's change the subject.
Super Bowl Sunday, did you change? Because I go on the late
Herb's
bus.
changing the subject.
I go on the late bus. But I was watching people in our locker room to see who went on the first bus. They usually go on the late bus. Because I wanted to check, hey, man, are you nervous? What's going on now? I need you to be right. You know what I'm saying? I wanted everybody to do the exact same thing they had done all year long. But this
From surpassing last night's Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrining Terrell Owens. Right now you're in between Terrell Owens and Randy Moss for third all-time. You would be second all-time behind Jerry Rice. Are you contemplating playing next year? I know you said you were talking about playing for a defensive-minded coach. You gonna do it? What do you think?
I mean, I'm contemplating. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm excited about what the future holds. Obviously, there's things that needs to still, happen. In terms of, personnel, draft and things like that to help our team can improve. But I'm confident that Steve Comm and his group are going to do a good job with that.
So you're talking about a quarterback?
I mean, I think
Yes, he's talking about a quarterback.
I think we're in the
still remembers.
same position that everybody around the league. The teams that are jockeying for position.
Well, you're not getting our guy, okay? I'll tell you that.
Why not?
Now,
Coach?
real quick,
may not
okay?
get Kurt, but you take Kirk Cousins.
No, we're going to keep him.
And we can get him for cheap too. Kurt will
wanna
come
get
back for about
his cousin?
On him as a player and what you learned from him.
Well, I was extremely excited when I saw him his name announced last night, and saw how emotional he got when he got the knock on the door. Randy, did so much for me in terms of his support and the confidence he gave me. But you couldn't learn much from Randy because his physical tools were so off the charts. You couldn't physically do what Randy did. But his gifts and what he taught me and the support he showed me when he came to my high school football games. I mean, it was things I'll never forget.
It's funny you say that because if there was anybody that was close to as good as Randy Moss as going up over the top of people and catching the football, it was you. So I don't know if you just had those gifts or maybe you learned that from him along the way.
And usually
that you will have that. He was with Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Both are in the hall. You will be in the hall.
Michael, you came up and helped us out many years. Crashed one of my weight runners.
Whoa. Hold on now.
Yeah, Mike, you said he's cheap. Yeah, so we would go to dinner and the waiter would bring the bill back and Mike said, "Oh, only thing I do is pay compliments."
I was the guest.
Like that.
I was the guest. I was not supposed to pay. I was the guest.
That sounds exactly like that.
By the way, that's a great line. Hey, Larry, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, usually the next thing for you is where in the world is Larry Fitzgerald? You got plans for your?
I'm gonna go to Seoul, Korea for the Winter Olympics.
Okay, good.
And then after that, I'm gonna go to Norway and Iceland. I'll be my 100th country. So
okay,
I look forward to it.
Well, at least you're getting ready for that with it 6 degrees below zero out there. You're getting the blood already cold for that. That's Larry Fitzgerald.
And he's sharp too.
No. Are these new buses moving, or you're just replaying?